You are now listening to the Q&E Podcast.
Is this what you want? Huh? Is this what you want? Well, come and get it, goddammit!
What's up, everybody? You're listening to the Q&E Podcast, and you're here with your boy Q Hicks right now. And I got Egga on the other line. Egga, tell the people what's good.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Q&E Podcast. Today we are reviewing Snowfall Season 5, Episode 9, and this episode was titled Departures. This is the follow-up episode from Louie and Jerome's wedding. We finally see the aftermath of everybody coming down from their highs, realizing the LSD party that they were a part of unwillingly, thanks to Scully. And we just get a lot of recap on the conversations and topics that happened from that episode 8. We seen Wanda and Leon finally have a sober talk. We see Jerome and Louie dealing with everything as far as Buckley and that whole Kane situation going up in smoke. And then we get the beef of Teddy and Franklin beefing up even more for what I'm sure is just going to take all of season 6.
Yes, I'm so excited for that, bro, because I knew we had to get that moment at some point that Teddy and Franklin, that's going to be the thing going into season 6. Like, you can have all this other bullshit going on of Louie, Kane, but the main thing for season 6, like we said, coming into this season, it has to be Teddy versus Franklin. That needs to be the thing for season 6. So I'm glad they put it at the forefront at the end of this episode. Like, okay, that's going to be the big thing, because you know Teddy's not just going to let you walk away. Y'all got too much history, and Teddy got too much pride to just let you walk away from him like that. Teddy did a lot of grimy shit, but Teddy's still going to feel away about this shit. I think Louie going to end up dying by the end of this next episode. So that's all we're going to see next season is Teddy Franklin beef and who's going to win at the end. So this shit finna be crazy, bro.
Yeah, this was wild. And from the preview that I saw of Kane running away from Buckley and everything, I'm thinking Kane got away. No, the fact that Kane actually did get shot by Buckley but just did not die, it still left me with some frustration, bro. Because I said this a few weeks ago when they were in the whole Iliad Part 1, Part 2 situation of they have to make Kane a bigger character than what they just did with basically paralyzing him and kind of neutralizing him from Franklin at this point. I didn't like the fact that they did that because they spent 2 whole episodes, 2.5 really, just building him up to be this big villain, other than Teddy, of course. And I'm like, okay, if there is going to be a season 6, which we were questioning at the time before we found out, if there is going to be a season 6, then Teddy is going to be the focal point of that. And they're going to make Kane the big villain of season 5. And they didn't do that. And that kind of pissed me off. Yes, I'm glad we're getting Franklin versus Teddy, prequels leading up to season 6. But it's like, damn, y'all let Kane be this big ass boss for like 2 or 3 episodes just for him to get shot and paralyzed. And his people not even trying to have smoke with you. Leon was able to talk his people down after his brother got shot, his cousin got shot. He's now paralyzed. You mean to tell me Leon was just able to talk to them and calm them down? I'm like, no, bro. They wasted that Kane character. I'm usually not one of the people to get on Snowfall, but no, y'all can't do that, bro. Kane should have been a much bigger character, and he should have made it at least, if y'all gonna kill him or paralyze him, let it be in episode 10.
And that's why I was questioning his presence from the jump. Like, I just didn't think he could be that big of a boss with him just being a random like drug dealer or a gang member. I just couldn't see him being on that level of a Teddy, of a Louie, as a Franklin. I really couldn't see it. Even as a man boy, I just didn't see him as that big of a threat. So I'm not really surprised with what they're doing. I think they're trying to amend some of their mistakes from earlier in the season by just pushing them off to the side, really, and saying, all right, he's paralyzed. We're going to talk Leon going to talk him down. Maybe his people do end up doing something by ended up getting Louie out of the game. That's maybe what part they play, and that's how we kind of move past Louie and get right to the Teddy and Franklin in season 6. That might be what's happening. But I think they're still going to do something. They can't go out that quietly, bro. Y'all going out like some real hoes. If what y'all did with Kane and what y'all really came in this season to do is not being done, and y'all man just got hit, y'all some hoes. So they got to at least get Louie. I think Leon is going to point them in that direction and say, it wasn't us. It wasn't me and Frank. But y'all need to start looking at Louie. She's starting to get big in the head and shit. So push her really off to her.
And especially since Louie has completely separated herself from Franklin at this point. She's buying directly from Teddy. Franklin clearly got beef with Louie now because it's like, damn, you went to the plug behind my back. Like, fuck all this having a cop on your side and shooting at Kane behind my back and all that. We've been doing stuff without each other knowing for years. But the fact that you went to the man who literally supplies me and you get 90% of like my profit, you're my profit maker for real. Like that cut Franklin deep. So I agree with you. They'll probably be in a position now to where they won't care to give Louie up. It's like, y'all need to have that beef with Louie, which will probably lead to what you said of Louie getting killed to cap off season 5.
And it's crazy because I don't want Jerome to die because of Louie's mistakes, but that could be a thing that happens in episode 10 too. If Louie goes down, Jerome is going to be somewhere in the vicinity where he could get shot too. And I don't really like that because in, what was it, a couple of episodes ago, we see what Jerome was trying to do. He tried to change his life around. He ended up proposing to Louie. He said he wants to get back to the community. And I feel like he's going to die because of Louie's mistakes and what she's doing behind Franklin back. He don't want any beef, but this beef that's being caused is going to cause him to die because now Leon going to point Kane to him and shit like that is going to go down. So like Jerome is going to die for not even his mistakes. You feel what I'm saying? He didn't want to go up in the game. He was cool what he was doing. But Louie wanted to continue to move up in the game is going to cause his downfall.
I got a plot twist for you. I don't think Jerome gonna die. I know we've been saying Jerome got to be one of them emotional characters to pull you in, so he has to die or Leon or somebody. This is what's gonna happen. I'm gonna predict this. Jerome is going to kill Louie, and it's gonna be a decision he has to make because, like he said, he will not go to war with his own blood. He not trying to go to war with Franklin, but he also ain't trying to upset his wife. But once he finds out, well, not finds out because he already knows, but once he sees how this situation with Buckley has escalated to the point to where the police are looking for answers and everybody's going to be at Louie head, Franklin and Leon going to give Louie up. You're going to have Kane people coming at Louie head because of Kane. It's going to be a situation where Jerome is like, I got to do it before anybody else do it. I won't let y'all kill my wife, but I'll bite the bullet and do that. And I think it'll be a situation where Jerome loses his wife because he has to kill her because she's gotten too dangerous. And he's also not going to fuck with Franklin anymore. And Jerome is just going to walk his own path. So he loses his nephew from an emotional standpoint, and he literally loses his wife because he had to kill her. Jerome going to kill Louie. I'm telling you.
Damn, that would be one hell of a plot twist, though. That would be one hell of a plot twist. Do it before anybody else does. Damn. Ooh.
That shit gonna hit, bro.
That would be fire, no cap. That would be fire, no cap, though. But it's like you just proposed her, though. And there's so many times and so many instances where Jerome was like, I'm gonna ride with you to the end. And it's like, damn, would you kill her for real if you know the situation at hand is going to really be the downfall of you guys? Would you take that far and really kill her yourself? I don't know if Jerome got that in him, bro. I don't know if Jerome got that in him to do that.
It's either going to be some Bonnie and Clyde shit, which we may be expecting, of both of them getting killed. Because if they both get killed, Jerome has to die first so Louie can really feel the pain of what she's done. Because I feel like if Louie dies first, it's kind of like I don't want to say you died so you didn't have to hurt, but she won't realize the mistakes she's made unless Jerome dies first and then she dies. So if Louie dies, Jerome is going to have to die first, but I think Jerome is going to have to bite the bullet and make the ultimate decision to kill his wife.
Damn. I just can't see Jerome doing that shit, bro. You done had all this time with her, bro, and you see the monster that she's high-key become in front of your eyes, and you just married her 2 episodes ago. I don't know if you're ready to do that, bro. I don't know if you're ready to do that. But one thing I really found interesting was that conversation that Frank and Louie ended up having, and I think that's when he ended up actually finding out that she was talking to Teddy behind his back, and he ended up telling her, you wanted to be in the front, and now you are. And it really made me realize that you have to be careful for what you wish for because you really don't know who you messing with right now. Like you wanted to be with Teddy, you wanted to be in the front, but now it's like, okay, you really gonna see the person Teddy is, bro. You wanted to be in the front, you wanted to be the head honcho, but now you still have somebody to answer to that's even worse than you could have even imagined, bro. So I think that was an interesting conversation between those two.
And it was crazy because Franklin even apologized too. It was like, look, anything, we fam at the end of the day. I know business is business, but let me just do the right thing and apologize to you. And he went through the whole spiel of how he felt like he did have some shortcomings or he was wrong in certain situations. So it stuck a deeper knife into him, like I said earlier, when Louie told him, hey, I'm buying from Teddy directly now. So I took that you want to be in the front line. I took that metaphorically as you better always be ready to watch your back, because whoever's in the front, you have nobody in front of you. You always got to look back and realize anybody could be out for you. So when Franklin said you wanted to be in the front, be ready. You're going to always have to look back. You're going to always have to check over your shoulder. So on top of your Teddy points, she's going to be in a whole different boss category than she even thought she was ready for. So Louie got a lot to look forward to with this new role, bro. Yeah. I'm telling you, Jerome will have to do it because he going to see the stresses go put on her, and Jerome got to make a decision. I'm either finna stand in the paint with you and give up my dream of jamming Jerome and just be this kingpin husband, but I think he gonna fall under it and just say, yeah, I got to get rid of you.
Damn, bro. And what if she ends up calling on Teddy? What if Kane's people do come after her? And so early with her and Teddy's relationship, she has to call on him to save her out of this situation. Maybe that's how she gets out of harm's way and makes it to season 6. You do have the CIA on your side now. That could be something that helps you in the end. And that's something that she can use to her advantage because you don't have the cops anymore. Buckley is out of the police force. You might have to go up and get the CIA on your side to really stay alive, bro. And that's the only reason. That's the only way I think she survives. If she doesn't ask Teddy for help, she's dead, bro. She's dead. You need somebody to come and save you because I do think Kane's people will come after her because Leon is going to rat her out, bro. Before he leaves and goes to Africa or wherever he wants to go with Wanda, I think that's going to be like the last thing that he does so that Kane's people can feel even. Because Kane was like his OG, bro. He going to feel away over what you did to him. Like he's not just going to let that shit slide. He going to throw a bone to his people and say, hey, I know who did this shit. They probably going to get Buckley out of the game too. So kill two birds with one stone in that situation. So that's something that I can really see before Leon ends up leaving.
And Louie already making a dumbass mistake of hiring a crackhead. You see Buckley is just, he down bad, bro. I ain't give a damn about none of that sob story he was trying to give about. I'm finna lose my kids. I'm finna lose. Louie had that moment right there to really get in that boss role and just say, I don't give a fuck. And just told him to get out of her office. Or just kill him right there. But she see he a junkie. He in full-blown depressed mode at this point, robbing niggas for crack. And this is the guy you want to hire and put on full-time?
And you just seen what happened with Peaches. You just seen what happened with Peaches was on that shit. And then you gonna fuck with this nigga? Come on, bro. You
already tripping. She already tripping.
That's what I wanted to ask you, bro. That was my last question, but I'm gonna talk about it now, bro. Did the writers just forget about Peaches? The first 5-6 episodes was really revolving around where is Peaches. He still got Franklin money. Like, where? I know Franklin still got a lot of money to roll off of, but that's $5 million that he just took from you, and it's really just gone with, and we've never talked about him since.
Maybe that's their way of saying how much money Franklin has really gotten over the last few years of growing into who he's grown to, that he could lose $5 million, be upset about it, but just go about his day. Maybe Franklin is just touching that many M's that it ain't hurting him that much. So I don't know. Maybe that's that
has to be the reason, bro. That has to. But you have to talk about him at least, bro. You have to talk about him at least and say, because that was literally the first 5-6 episodes was like, where is Peaches? Did he take the money? Oh, is he behind the Iliad? Like that was literally the point. And then the last 3 episodes, we haven't talked about him since, bro. So I guess he's just in another country. We're not even looking for him no more. $5 million is a lot of money, especially when the building that they're trying to buy is like $10 million. That's half of what you need to actually buy the real estate project. So that shit was really blowing me too, bro, that nobody has talked about Peaches since, bro. Something else I wanted to talk about, bro, was did last episode really change Franklin? Because I think it did have some effects with the hallucinations actually being real with himself in certain situations. I think he really had to put his foot down with Teddy. And I wanted to know how that situation was high-key going to turn, because I guess Teddy just chalked up the phone call to hallucinations. Like, is Teddy really going to act on that threat?
I think so. And I think he already has, of getting all of his financial information and everything, because Teddy was already contemplating doing that anyway. Like I said, it's a lot of people. I finally seen people on Twitter start talking about this white dude that Teddy was talking to like 4 or 5 episodes ago. Because I'm like, there's no way I'm the only person who still keeps bringing this man up. So thank y'all on Twitter who actually started pointing that man out. Teddy talked to the guy to get Franklin's financial information before the wedding even happened and everything, bro. So now that Teddy finally got all the ammunition, Franklin's putting his foot down and telling Teddy, I'm done. That's all the ammunition Teddy needed. Because Teddy already had it in the vault. He like, any moment now when this nigga slip, I got him. And Franklin slipped when he put his foot down.
So this is what I was trying to tell you last week about Teddy. I rewatched that episode and I was questioning what he was actually talking about. Was he talking about Franklin or was he talking about himself trying to get out? And they touched on it once again this episode. Teddy told Javi that the war is coming to an end. He wants Javi to give him the most guns and so they can actually end the war over in Tehran. I think Teddy is trying to get out of the game. He's trying to prepare himself to leave. I think that's what he's setting up, and that's why they had that conversation with Javi. I think that's what's going on. I don't know if he's building up a case against Franklin anymore. I think he's trying to set himself up to get out of the game and get out of the CIA so him and Parissa can just go somewhere else. I think that's what he's plotting at this moment, bro, because that conversation sounded like he was talking about himself in episode 7.
But in the preview for episode 10, Franklin literally said, all my money is gone. And then he had a conversation with Teddy on the phone, and Teddy said, I will ruin your life. Like, he told this man, I will ruin your life. And coincidentally, at the same time, Franklin ain't got no money. So I'm telling y'all, Teddy has stolen all of Franklin's money. Season 6, and possibly whatever they do in season 10, Franklin is going to be back at ground zero, no money, broke as fuck with dope boy dreams. I'm telling you right now, we're finna see a beast in Franklin that we have not seen really since what, mid-season 3? So I'm telling y'all, bro. I'm telling y'all.
I didn't see the preview. Okay, that makes sense then.
Yes, bro. When you watch this preview, you're going to be like, damn. Like, you really going to wonder how Franklin finna do this shit. Because Teddy is the CIA, and he has all information on you. What can Franklin do? That's going to be the biggest question of season 6. What can Franklin do at this point when Teddy has everything?
Damn, he took my man cash, bro.
Yes.
So he really pulled the trigger on that shit. Because I had the feeling that he was going to do that shit, but I was just questioning, like, damn, is Teddy trying to set himself up to get out of the game because the war is ended? So he really took my man money. Damn.
But he even told Avi in that conversation, bro, like, there's always another war coming. Like, you're never going to be, especially if you in the CIA and you know information that you know, if you Teddy, like, it ain't never gonna end. The next war may not be as big as the current one we're in, but Teddy knows just as much as Avi and just as much anybody in their positions. There's always another war coming. No matter what happens, you always gonna have a job doing what you do. So if Teddy wanted to be out, he would have left already,
bro.
I'm telling you.
Oh my God, bro. You said, so once again, I gotta ask the question, where is Peaches, bro? Because Peaches got $5 million on him. So you're gonna have to find Peaches. It might not be this season, but you're gonna have to find Peaches next season to get your money back. If you down to zero with no money, bro, like, you got a kid you're gonna have to take care of. You got Veronique still, and you still gotta take care of your people, and you have no money, and you got all these projects that you want to keep up with. You got a real estate business. Oh, damn, that nigga Frank down to zero?
Yeah, I'm telling you.
That is crazy. That's why there's going to be a season 6, because I was high-key questioning what they were going to do to spin it to be an interesting storyline for season 6. But that makes it interesting because Franklin has to build himself back up. Because if Franklin walked away and still had money, like, why the fuck would he come back and even talk to Teddy again? Like, that would be it. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, what storyline would they roll with for that? But that makes a lot of sense, bro. Damn. That's tough.
That shit gonna be tough, bro. They might. I know we had a lot of criticism for season 5, but season 6 might make up for it. I think season 5 was just kind of like now the characters we've grown to know and love struggling to get where they want to be. Season 5 was these niggas are finally rich and where they want to be, and they're just dealing with, you know, the problems that come with that. But I think season 6, everybody's going to be back in that season 1 through 3 mode. I really think that's the mode we're going to see Franklin in. Louie, of course. Jerome going to have a couple tough decisions. And Cissy is also going to be in the hot seat because she's still refusing to give up her son. But now that your son finna lose everything, what do you Like, do you still go all in with trying to get Teddy? Because now your son broke. He could at least have money to fight whatever cases may have came up on him. But if you give your son up now, he broke and he ain't got no money for a lawyer. So what's he gonna do? Cissy got questions to answer too, man.
I think one of the problems with season 5 was they didn't know what they wanted to do with this season. They didn't know if this was going to be just another middle season or if this was going to be the last season. And I thought this was going to be the last season coming into it. And I think they set it up to be high-key a Teddy and Freddie type of, or Teddy versus Franklin scenario at the beginning of the season. But then they kind of moved away from it. You add more pieces like Louie, you add Kane. So it's like, okay, now the Teddy and Franklin high-key gets pushed to the background. I don't think they really knew what they wanted to do until like the back end of the season. It's like, okay, shit is becoming clear that next season is going to be the Teddy versus Franklin shit. Because we were saying that at the beginning of season 5, but that is going to be the season 6 storyline. And going back to your point about Franklin having no money, who is he going to talk to now? Going back to Cissy and the D.E.A., he's going to talk to the D.E.A. to get Teddy out of the game and to get his finances back in check. And a good way that he can get his finances back in check, he has a good person on the inside, and Gustavo would help him out because he sees the snake shit that Teddy is doing. So Gustavo can help him get shit in order in season 6. You can talk to the D.E.A. to get Teddy out of the game. It's a lot of ways that Franklin could go in season 6 after that situation actually goes down. So he's not really ass out that he might think in the moment. He has some options once he starts to talk to his mom and Gustavo actually realizes what the fuck is going on. So that shit's still gonna be crazy as fuck though.
And would it be a situation where it's everybody versus Teddy? Because if you get Gustavo on your side, you got your mom, you possibly might have the DEA, you might have Leon. Leon ain't really trying to choose sides at this point, but
he might be gone.
Leon
he might be gone at the
extent.
beginning of the season.
So you have enough ammunition on your side to where it could damn near be everybody versus Teddy. Ultimately Franklin, but everybody on his side versus Teddy and whoever Teddy can.
But that's still the whole CIA though, bro. It's not really just Teddy. It's the whole CIA. So they all can come after y'all ass. That's crazy, bro. You gonna fuck my mind up with that, bro. Damn. Teddy about to take that nigga. Shit. Bro, and it's go. I'm mad Snowfall did that, bro, because I would have been more hurt in the moment if I didn't know this shit. I would have been way more hurt because think about it. We've been with Franklin this whole time, building the wealth. We've been watching him this whole time. Like 4 seasons of this shit, we've been seeing him build it. And then in one instance, with one nigga who's been there the whole time, who you really earned the money for and from, he takes that shit all away from you.
Take that shit from you, bro.
That shit gonna hurt even more to us, the fans, because like
that
we were with you when you built this shit. We was like in the eyes of Leon this whole time. We was riding with you. Oh my God, bro.
That shit gonna hit,
God,
bro.
Man, that shit finna hurt, bro. That shit. I'm mad they put that in the preview. I would have been happier if that was a surprise, bro. I would have been happier if that was a surprise. Damn. That shit finna be crazy, though.
That shit finna be good, bro. I'm telling you.
Oh my God.
See episode 10. Episode 10 cannot end on a good note. Episode 10 got to end and make us mad as hell.
What if that's the end scene? What if that's the end scene?
Oh, yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect.
That might be the end
I'm just saying,
yeah.
We got to be pissed off at the end of episode 10. If I'm not completely pissed off at Teddy or somebody at the end of episode 10, I'm going to be mad as hell. I don't need anything good ending season 5 because we'll have all the ammunition we need to get the good shit that we want out of season 6. So we can end episode 10 with everybody pissing us off at this point. You think Wanda gonna go with Leon? She looked like she was actually convinced that I'll go with you. And if the relationship turns into a relationship, great. If not, we just stay friends. Either way, I feel like they're compatible enough and they love each other enough that I think they'll make it work.
Yeah, she's definitely gonna go away with him. I think that's how Key confirmed. He talked to her last night when he was actually sober too. I think they're on the same type of playing field. He just had to have a real conversation with her. Like talking to me when we both high on LSD. You haven't talked to me in so long. That shit just felt like some pipe dream type shit. But actually having a real conversation on what your goals are, I think now she's really falling into it. Like, okay, I could go with you. You got money too. Like, I really ain't got to work. She can work wherever they go, Africa or whatever. So she doesn't have to be that person anymore. And she can high key turn over a new leaf because she won't have that stigma around the city of being a old crackhead. She'll be somebody completely new, somebody else in a new environment. So that would be good for her own image as well. I want to talk about this too because it was when Cissy ended up meeting with the agent. They kind of gave us like some background information on how they even came together. They said that Cissy went to the DEA after Alton was killed, and that's how they ended up getting connected, because she knew that Teddy had something to do with it. And the DEA already has a past with Teddy and what he's been doing with Irene and with other people that been trying to take him down. And that's how she got connected. Because when they brought that agent in, I was kind of questioning, like, where does he even come from? How did she even meet him? But that's how she did meet him. It was like some past shit, like, because she wanted to find Alton and see where he was at. And obviously, Alton was gone off the face of the earth.
Yeah, bro. I don't even know. I don't know who the DEA could just bring in to go against the CIA and Teddy. Like, is it gonna be government versus government at that point? Like, that shit's gonna be wild, bro. Like, that whole concept of who might partner with Franklin. The fact, other than his mother and Leon, we really don't know. And Gustavo, I think Gustavo gonna, like you said, ultimately.
What about Javi too? Though? And that's what I wanted to bring up, because
what
Javi is
happened to
interesting.
Javi just got knocked out. I don't know what the hell is gonna happen to Javi. Is he gonna die? Because the DEA went in there to get Javi, and he was, damn. I totally forgot about that. Is Javi gonna die? Wow. Damn, that's gonna hurt if Javi died. Javi been here since season 1, episode 1.
But once again, so if they get Javi on their side though with the DEA, it's like, okay, you got Cissy over there, you got Gustavo, you got all these people. Now they're gonna end up flipping Javi to be on the DEA side. If Franklin works with the DEA at the next season, they finna be solid. Like, you got everybody going against Teddy. You can just have everything running like a normal operation with Gustavo, have some plants with Javi, and you guys can still end up getting Teddy out of the game and shit. Like, it's still a lot of things that can go in his favor. It's gonna hurt.
There has to be a reason. There has to be a reason Franklin does it though. Like, cause I don't think Franklin gonna do it just to get back at Teddy and he don't get his money. I think Franklin's gonna make it very clear. If you let me and my people slide and let us get our money back, we'll go the fuck away. We'll do whatever y'all need us to do as long as we can get our funds.
But this is the thing though, bro. This is the thing. I don't think, and I think we talked about it earlier this season, anybody can get away without going through some sort of consequences. So I think if the DEA does go through with this, they will end up getting Teddy out of the game. But Franklin isn't just going to get away with his money and shit like that. He's going to have to serve some sort of jail time if he comes to this agreement with the DEA. It's not going to be some easy, he get off scot-free type of shit. It's like, okay, you want to do some years for us, bro, if you want us to get Teddy out of the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's going to have to be some sort of deal like that. And that's why I like what we talked about earlier this season of nobody is going to get away scot-free, bro. Somebody has to pay for this shit.
Yeah.
So I think that's how that shit going to end up playing out. But he's going to be down to nothing. He's not going to have a lot of options, though. He's not going to have a lot of options. The DEA is going to be your best option, bro. With no money, the DEA is your best option.
Shit, so maybe he go to prison and just bite the bullet and be like, yeah, I'll do a few years, but I know I'm going to come back to some good shit when I come back.
Exactly.
So,
while Teddy probably going to be dead.
Maybe he'll turn into that OG, you know, later in the few, like in the 90s or something. We'll see Franklin as his OG telling his grandkids or his kids how he beat the CIA or some shit like that. That should be hard, bro.
Yes,
if we see like a OG Franklin like in his 30s or 40s or some shit, like that should be tough. That shit would be tough, bro.
That's how the shit is going to end, bro. It's going to end in a way like that where it's not like perfect. It's not going to be perfect where he gets away scot-free. He's going to have to do some time, but it's going to be worth it at the end of the day because you're still going to have your life while Teddy most likely going to die by the hands of the DEA in some sort of fashion. So shit will be crazy if that's the ending, bro. That's the ending I want, bro. That's the ending I want. That shit will be crazy. And this is another thing I wanted to talk about with Teddy from earlier in the season. It's because, not earlier in the season, but earlier in the episode when he was talking to Gustavo of like, yeah, Gustavo was telling him like, yeah, you pinning Louie and Franklin against each other. Like, do you understand what you're doing? Like it's always gonna be a blood feud in that type of situation. And Teddy was talking like, yeah, I don't give a fuck what happened with them niggas. But when Franklin ended up walking away from him, he was hurt. It's like, but you caused this, bro, by going behind my back. So it's like, now you got to work with somebody who you really can't trust in a Louie for real. Like, I was somebody who worked with you for 5+ years. She was somebody who was under me and who wants to continuously move up, bro. So at some point, she's going to want to be higher than you. So it's like, you got to work with people you don't even know their motives for real, bro. So it's like, you caused this blood feud. Now you mad at Frank for what you caused. So that shit was just funny to me. And Gustavo really put that shit in perspective.
Because with Franklin, the only thing you got to worry about is him wanting to quit and just wanting to do more clean money type stuff. With Louie, like you said, Louie could want to take your job one day and do what you're trying to do. So you cut ties with somebody who the worst thing you had to worry about with them is taking their share and going on and moving on with their life. That's the worst thing you had to worry about with Franklin. Now with Louie, you got to worry about that, the same reason Franklin did, or you got to worry about her trying to take you out to take your job, or just ultimately elevating above you without even taking your job necessarily. So it's a situation where, like you said, you don't know what Louie's true motives and intentions are, and she still doesn't even know. Like you said, she just wants to be as high as can be. She wants to just continue to elevate, and she doesn't even know where that stopping point is. And her not knowing that stopping point, her not having a clear plan, that should scare Teddy way more than Franklin saying, look, I got a baby on the way. I got my girl. I'm doing real estate. I just want to have a good life. That's all you had to worry about with Franklin. And Teddy didn't understand how good he had it until Franklin really told him, I'm done.
Yeah, and you could tell that shit hurt, bro. When he had to shake Frank's hand like that, he was like, you ever see that Larry Bird and that Michael Jordan video where they shake hands and be like, bitch, fuck you? It was one of those type of situations where it really felt like that. Like, bitch, fuck you. You know I don't like this shit. But it's like, hey, you caused this shit, Teddy. We had a cool mutual agreement, and then you went behind my back to do this snake shit. And I kind of questioned at the beginning of the episode, because it kind of felt like Franklin was giving in to Louie when he ended up making that statement like, okay, you wanted to be up front, now you're here. It kind of seemed like he didn't want to feud anymore. It kind of seemed like he wanted to go into the background anyway. So that kind of was a hint that he wanted to get out of the game, and it could just be Louie. She could end up being the front, and she doesn't have any competition. I think that was kind of a hint to what we ended up getting in the final scene. So yeah, I couldn't be surprised that he wanted to walk away. But when he ended up like naming like all of his stats and what he's done for the CIA, he was like, yeah, Teddy, I made $56 million for you running these drugs through my community and for the war and shit like that. I was like, damn. Like, you don't even think about that shit when you're watching the show of how much money he's actually making for the CIA. You just see all the money that he's making. Like, but this shit is for even greater evil in the whole CIA. So when he actually said 56 million over like 5 to 6 years, I was just like, what the fuck? Like, I haven't seen any of that shit.
Exactly, bro. And that's what I was saying. It's like when Franklin lost that $5 million, when Peaches what's the word? Allegedly, because we still don't know if Peaches real deal took this shit or not. Nobody has really sat there and said Peaches did XYZ. But Peaches is the guy we're gonna frame at this point. When Peaches took that $5 million, Franklin could have been upset. Franklin could have went on a whole bloodhound search for Peaches, but he didn't. He was upset about it for like an episode or two. And then like you said, they haven't talked about Peaches ever since then. Franklin losing 5 M's and being somewhat okay with it, that just shows you again how much money Franklin has been playing with this whole time, to where he could lose 5 M's and be like, yeah, I'm pissed off about it, but I ain't gonna lose no sleep over it. Franklin in season 3? Oh yeah, that damn near would have been the whole vault. That would have been the whole vault, bro. Man. Like when Andre was still alive and looking for Franklin probably at the most had 3 to 4 M's in that house that Franklin had off the outskirts of the city or whatever. But now Franklin flying private jets, got real estate companies, properties going up for 10 mil. Franklin probably was touching 100 mil, but had to give 50 something, to the CIA. If Franklin got to keep all profits, I'm sure Franklin touching over 100 M's.
I think he said he made them 50 M's, so I want to say he kept about how much?
That's what I'm saying. He probably kept about half. He probably kept about half.
I was about to say, I'll say he kept about 20, 25.
If he gave them 56, I'm sure he's making at least 56 on his own. Basically treating that shit like a tax cut. I feel like he basically treating that shit like a tax cut.
I would say 20. Because if he was having 50, I would have killed Teddy by damn if I had 50 million. I would have had multiple niggas on Teddy's head trying to kill him and get him out of the game, my nigga. If I had 50 M's, I think 20. I think half of that. I think he's gotten half of that. Like 28, 25. But all of it's in Panama, obviously. Most of it's in Panama in an offshore account. But like you said, Teddy going to wipe all of that shit clean. And what is Teddy going to do with that money? What if there's no possibility that Franklin can even get it back in season 6 because Teddy ends up putting it to fund the other war or some shit like that. Like, we don't know what Teddy can do with this money, even though he took it out of Franklin's account. So wild shit can ensue after this shit.
It's a lot of shit that can happen with season 6, bro. It's so much shit that they can go into, bro.
Oh my goodness, bro. I just want to see how they drag this out over something else. Has to be a plot point, and something has to be another plot point going into season 6. It just can't be Teddy versus Franklin. Something else has to
It's
happen.
gonna be that Louie point of her and Jerome. They're gonna build on that. I'm telling you, that's gonna be the other big point.
Damn, bro. This shit finna be wild, bro. This is the ending I wanted. Once again, I said that at the end of season 4, but I wanted Teddy versus Franklin. That's the only way this shit can end, bro. It's literally the only way. And I'm glad that we're at least going to get it in season 6. Did you have anything else on Buckley and how you feel like what will happen to him?
Nah, he gonna be a downfall for Louie though. That whole working for her full time and being a junkie at the same time, that shit ain't finna go well. I already see it.
Cause high key, he can go to the highest bidder. That's what you got to worry about with niggas like that, especially when he just got fired. It's like he can go to the highest bidder. If somebody else gonna pay him even more, he's just gonna go to them. So Louie can't even trust him.
I'm glad you said that. Go ahead and play the trailer for episode 10 because I want to bring that up. Going to the highest bidder.
I'm in trouble. You're the only one that can help me.
There might be a problem.
My money, it's all gone.
The game's about to change. Anybody has any doubt about what's about to happen, say it now.
You do this, it'll get us all killed.
You went behind my back.
This ain't my problem.
It's your problem.
You think you've lost everything? Just wait.
I think he took all of his money, and I think Teddy is probably going to be out to kill Franklin. The way Franklin told Teddy, I'm going to kill you before you kill me, I think Franklin is going to face the demon of that conversation with Teddy, not only taking his money, because when he said, you think you've lost everything, you haven't seen anything yet, I think he's telling him, not only did I take your money, but I'm going to take your people out and ultimately you at the same time. I think that's Teddy's true threat of, the first part was just taking all your funds and making you broke again. But now I'm finna hit you where it really hurt and finna come after all your people. So that could be your point of the CIA versus Franklin and whoever he got on his side. I'm telling you, bro. And that point that you made, that point that you made of Buckley going to the highest bidder, who did we just see with Franklin? Black Diamond and Dallas. And they are always known as going to the highest bidder. But it's going to show, are they really going to the highest bidder, or are they going to who they feel they can get the most loyalty from? Because Franklin has nothing at this point. He has nothing to bid to Black Dallas and Diamond of like, work for me because I can pay you the most. You see, they doing shit for him. They finna ride for him. They was in the car with him and everything. So are they going to be mostly for Franklin, or is Louie going to be like, hey, I actually got money to give you that I can guarantee you? Black Diamond and Dallas are still up in the air, bro. So I'm telling you, it's going to be some real tested in episode 10.
And will Franklin actually pull that trigger on Louie? I think that's another big question. He had that gun to her face. I think that was like an actual scene that was going down. I don't forget what she ended up saying, but she was like, yeah, I didn't turn on you or some shit like that. Or you went behind my back, he ended up saying. And she was like, yeah, you did. Like, is he going to shoot her for that? You the reason for the shit that's probably going on right now. So would he do it? Would he take Louie out of the game? And I think that would be the best case scenario. So Louie can be out of the way, but we can still keep Jerome. I just want Jerome to be safe. That's all I want, because Jerome is literally a bystander in all of this.
If Franklin kills Jerome, gonna take that shit personal, bro, and then you have to kill Jerome at that point. So what if Franklin got the gun pointed at Louie, but Jerome comes to a higher understanding? He'd be like, nah, nephew, I got this one. And he got the gun pointed at Louie, or he take the gun from Franklin. I'm telling you, this relationship with Jerome and Louie, Jerome is gonna have to set this shit straight, and he gonna have to kill her. It's gonna hurt him inside, but in order to get the life that he wants, Louie can't be a part of it.
I think Franklin just gonna get it over with, bro. But I do think Jerome will feel away if Franklin does go through it. Jerome gonna feel away, because now it's gonna be like, okay, you took my wife. I understand she was double crossing you and shit like that, but that was my wife at the end of the day. I think he might try to come out Franklin. Now we're gonna get beef between uncle and nephew type of shit, and then obviously Franklin gonna get Jerome out of the game. But damn, I just don't want to see Aunt go like that because of Louie's mistakes and what the fuck she got going on. But this season finale about to be crazy, bro. God damn. It's funny because we mostly talked about season 6 this whole episode, but season 6 just going to be crazy. If that's going to be the scenario where Teddy takes all of his money, and if Teddy takes out his men too, or takes out his family too, oh my goodness, that shit would be crazy, bro. Because I don't think he was talking about his money in that last phone call. He might have been talking about, it's going to get worse than this. He might have been saying, like, I'm going to kill your people too. So that means other people, all these people going to die. And that shit kind of fucked up because of what you said last episode, like, don't leave everybody to die in the last season. You should have gradually did it. I think Teddy gonna be in a position where he fucking just kills everybody fucking in a episode span or a couple of episodes span, just get everybody out the game. Where Franklin has to make some type of move where he's gonna feel desperate to go to the DEA.
Because Franklin got too many people to lose. Your mama's still alive.
Yeah.
Your uncle's still alive. Your best friend Leon still got your unborn child. Like Franklin has too many people that you can literally cut him down emotionally with still. That Loki could have been passed from at least season 3 till now. So yeah, so somebody got to die at the end of episode 10 that's going to emotionally hit everybody.
Yeah, damn.
Outside of Louie. Because I feel Louie dying at this point is kind of expected. But somebody other than Louie that we emotionally have a tie to, like his mom or Jerome or some Leon, somebody like that.
Exactly. Damn, this shit finna be crazy, bro. Anything else about this episode?
Nah, I'm ready for episode 10.
Damn. All right, bro. You can hit over with the social media.
You can follow us on Twitter at Q&E Podcast 1. You can follow us on Instagram at QANDE Podcast. You can follow and like our Facebook page and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Q&E Podcast. And our Gmail is QANDEpodcast@gmail.com.
All right, and you can subscribe to our Q&E Media website. That's QANDEmedia.com. You can you can follow our Instagram, QANDE Media, and our Twitter is QE Media. And also subscribe to all of our podcast platforms. We're on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. So definitely check us out. And we appreciate you for listening and watching. And we out. Peace.